What's up, guys? My name is Nick Vilardo. I'm a professional goaltender and the owner of VilardoGoaltending. On this channel, I'm going to try to show you guys everything from goaltending tips to my experiences around the world. Thanks for watching.
Being an undersized goalie in today's day and age is definitely an uphill battle. As most of us know, the majority of goaltenders that make it to high-level professional hockey are on the taller end, and that's just a fact. But I'm going to give you guys 5 tips that have helped me in my playing career and have the potential to help you give yourself the best chance of making it far in hockey as a smaller goaltender. Before we get into the tips, I'll tell you guys a little bit about myself and my hockey journey. I'm barely 5'8", and I've been fortunate enough to play at high levels, including some for the USA U17 national team. I played professional hockey, and I've even attended an NHL development camp. And although it is an uphill battle for goalies like us, it definitely is possible to do something with hockey through proper mindset, guidance, and training. The first tip I'm going to give you guys is about the mental side of it. You need to embrace it and you can't let it consume you. You need to understand that this is the way God made you and you can't change it by thinking about it anymore. And you also can't hyper focus on it and let it consume you, that you're psyching yourself out about it. If you're constantly telling yourself and thinking to yourself that you're too small, your brain is going to pick up on it and it's basically going to crush any chance that you had of making it anywhere in hockey. That leads to my next point, which is very similar. You need to instill a victor versus victim mentality. You can't constantly feel sorry for yourself and feel yourself as a victim 24/7. You can't think, why me? Why am I not tall? Why is this guy tall and I'm not? If you think that way, you're setting yourself up for failure. You need to think of yourself as a victor and think, how can you get the most out of what you're dealing with? And how can you become better than the other goalies that you're battling against? How can I outwork them? How can I become a better skater? How can I become a better athlete? How can I become more mobile than them? And that's going to allow you to give yourself a fighting chance of making it. And that leads to my next point about the physical side of it. You need to do everything you can to become the best athlete possible and as mobile and flexible as possible. You need to be a much better athlete than the bigger goalies you're competing against. You need to be quicker and faster. If it's anywhere close and the level of athleticism is similar, they're almost always going to go with the bigger goalie. And in terms of mobility and flexibility, you need to be very mobile and very flexible. Having a wide butterfly will significantly help you as an undersized goaltender. Being able to get into positions like the splits will significantly help you as an undersized goaltender. If you're small and you have bad hip internal rotation, meaning your butterfly is very narrow, you're really making yourself susceptible to letting in goals along the ice. It's just a matter of fact. So if you don't feel yourself as a great athlete or not very mobile and flexible, you need to do everything you can to change that immediately, because it does take time to see significant results. My next tip is geared towards the on-ice training and development part. You need to try different technical things, whether that's maybe trying one knee down when the puck's at a wide angle, whether that's having an active stick, doing things a little bit differently than bigger goalies do. We can't play the exact same way as someone who's 6'3" and expect to have the same results. And this doesn't mean you completely forget about your technical foundation and you just flare around all the time. Absolutely not. You need to have that foundation of technique, but having different things in your toolbox can certainly help you as an undersized goalie. For me personally, I know something that has really helped me is not overusing RVH. We are more susceptible than a bigger goalie will be in that position. We can't just sit in it and hope that pucks hit us and hope that we can make our way out to the middle of the crease if a pass goes out that way. We need to be a little bit more patient and we need to try to do different things than bigger goalies. I'm going to give you guys one honorable mention tip, and I'm not going to include it in the regular list, but I am going to talk about it because I do feel that it has helped me. This is more so geared for older goaltenders that are done growing, and I don't really feel that it should be applied for younger goalies that are still growing. But if you're older, get used to wearing larger gear. If you can size up in your pants and your chest protector, I do feel that it helps you get in front of more pucks, obviously, but I also feel that it helps you pass the eye test a little bit more. For coaches that are watching you or the other team that's shooting on you, just having that larger presence in the net can help you, and I feel that it has helped me. Personally, I wear a large chest protector and pants, and I've gotten used to it, and I'm able to move in it completely fine. And it's happened to me a few times where I've gotten to know someone completely on the ice. I've never met them off the ice. And the first time I meet them off the ice, they don't realize how small I actually am without all my equipment on. And I think just having that larger presence on the ice and your equipment is something that can help you as a smaller goaltender. My last tip I'm going to leave you guys with is arguably the most important one, and that's find a mentor. Find someone that's gone through it, find someone that knows what they're talking about, and can provide information and resources for you along your hockey journey. You can really say that having a mentor who knows what they're talking about is like having a cheat code for your hockey career and for your life. And I know for me personally, I've had some awesome mentors that have really helped me both in hockey and in life. From Bob Froese, who played in the NHL for the Flyers and the Rangers in the late 80s and the early 90s, to Sergei Zvagin, who is a longtime pro goaltender and has also been a goalie coach and a head coach in the KHL. Guys like that have been able to provide information and resources to me and really help out my hockey and my life. So finding a mentor who knows what they're talking about and has been through it is probably the biggest piece of advice I can give any smaller goaltender who's trying to make it.
One of the things I offer through Vilardo Goaltending is my mentorship and advisory program, where I take goaltenders on one-on-one to reach their highest potential. We go through everything, including implementing habits and structure, video review, body maintenance, moving up to the next level, and more. This is only available for highly motivated and dedicated individuals. So if this sounds like you, feel free to shoot me a DM on Instagram at VilardoGoaltending or send me an email to vilardogoaltending@gmail.com.
So if you're an undersized goaltender who has intentions of playing at a high level and you don't really know what to be doing, feel free to reach out to me at any time. Thanks for watching.